Hi everyone, welcome to Divine Sacred Tarot. It's been a while. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I feel like I've done a reading. I've been away this weekend for members who are obviously listening to this live. And for those of you, actually, I think I might air this. I might air this on the day because I feel like it's so important. Spirit is reminding me it's so important to share this message. So if you're seeing this, this is the message for you basically. If you've never seen my channel, then this is definitely for you. I literally just split the deck. We've got the Fool card. Oh, we've got the Justice card that wanted to come out. Okay, so let me just break things down. The first, if you've not seen my channel before, the first thing that I like to do is go through some channeled messages that Spirit has asked me that I've been through or that I'm getting messages come through, which are obviously quite relevant to the collective. And then I go into some divine masculine and divine feminine channeled energies. Now, because I've split the deck, we've got the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Fool and the Justice card. Now, before I get into those cards, this is, I feel, an overall theme which will make sense with the channeled messages, which is why I do channeled messages at the beginning. So if you're new to my channel, please hit the like button because I would love more people to find information like this out there. And it also supports other people who are going through similar challenges. So today is the 3rd of June. We've got all sorts of planetary kind of alignment. This like planetary alignment is taking place today. It's like a parade, basically. It is Jupiter, Mercury, Uranus, Mars, Neptune, and Saturn. And they basically, as if you know about planets, obviously they go in a elliptical orbit, and they are passing through Earth in one straight alignment. So this is a very rare occurrence that you're going to see all these planets in one line. So that's why it's important to see this, but also energetically it's going to make a massive impact for twin flames. And a lot of people are seeing and feeling some sort of effect from Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Like, this is such a big planetary alignment. And it's so magnificent. It's so celestial. It's so spiritual and astrologically significant. It really does offer this unique opportunity for the collective regarding spiritual harmony and alignment of purpose. So if we break down the planets, I know I said I'd go through some channeled messages, but this is part of the channeled messages, and then I'll go through some like symptoms and things that we may be experiencing. But what I'm seeing right now is Mercury is obviously a planet for communication and intelligence. For those who didn't know, yes, it governs communication and intellect. Some of you may be, reeling from a busy weekend of being social, being communicating your needs and really being put in this intellectual environment. And I know I certainly did, because my full-time role is a strength and conditioning coach. And you may have noticed my other channel where I talk about strength and conditioning, but it was all about connecting with incredible people in the field, doing incredible research, and then sharing that research and knowledge for the rest of us to implement in our own practices. But this is more about enhancing clarity. How can we communicate effectively? How are we able to process things and understand things on a deeper level? And this basically does enhance collectively our intuition, our mindfulness. Some of you may have been quite drained a lot lately, but this basically allows you to fall back into your inner wisdom. Now, Mars it represents action, courage, drive. It's such a brilliant planet where it emphasizes initiatives, assertiveness, your pursuit of goals. And it really brings out that type of characteristic of determination and feeling vigor, right? That's pretty beautiful. When it comes to a spiritual significance, well, it allows us to tune into courage to pursue our spiritual paths. Like, we're going to understand that there are certain groups of people that we can really truly be ourselves with, and there's other groups that align with other parts of yourselves. Like, you don't need to be spiritual in every walk of life. Like myself, like, I have a science background, scientific science underpins what I do as a practitioner, as a coach. Um, and sometimes those spiritual pathways need to coalesce, but with the right audience, right? So you having expansion in one area of life is actually helping you expand your spiritual path as well. When it comes to Jupiter, I love that Jupiter represents expansion and abundance. So we can already see from literally those three planets, Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter, not only have we got communication, intellect, action, courage, expansion, abundance, like those three planets alone are giving you so much. Now, a lot of you may be a little bit confused, like, what does this all have to do with me? But even before I go through the rest of the planets who are aligning on this celestial event of today, the 3rd of June, even if you miss it, even if you see this message days later, you're still feeling the energetic effects of it because you're tuning into that frequency. And that is what twin flame energy frequency, this, even if you're not even into spirituality and you bumped into this message, like there is this inner wisdom, inner intuition that you're feeling called to certain messages at specific times. It means your energetic frequency is open right now. And that's such a beautiful period of time to be in if you are on this twin flame journey. And that it signifies how much you've healed. So can we just acknowledge, yeah, we've come so far. A lot of you have been going through like the 2017, 20, hold on, there were a lot of years that I was asked to channel. I'm getting 2017, 2018, 2022, 2023. Okay, so all of those years timelines have kind of coalesced, merged together over this May period. And within that time, you have been asked to go through a lot during May. And then you're asked to integrate things in a short space of time during this celestial event. You're basically coming into this integrating time, but it's not very long for integration. So when you see Jupiter, you've got expansion, you've got abundance, you've got wisdom, alignment for growth, prosperity, higher learning, understanding. And in a spiritual sense, it is about spiritual awakening. You're going to get a lot more signs, information, clarity in asking the right questions, embracing this frequency of abundance in all areas of life, pursuing this higher truth. When we come to Saturn, we've got discipline, responsibility, structure, solid foundation, maintaining focus, building resilience. It's a very logical, practical type of planet. It is very disciplined, it's very structured, it's very organized. Saturn's energy supports the creation of those spiritual practices, enhancing the importance of patience, perseverance, structured growth. And a lot of you divine feminines, if you are listening, and divine masculines, let's not exclude that energy. This twin flame journey requires patience. It requires perseverance. And it's literally 222 on the clock. And I just had a message. But just saying, like, it's arriving because of your patience and perseverance. It's arriving. And this is such a wonderful confirmation. So I'm so glad that that message came at that right time, because it's saying to you that what you're doing is the right thing. Even if it may not logically make sense, these are absolutely confirmations for you at this time to keep your patience, keep your perseverance, keep your structured growth, keep that discipline, keep that responsibility, not only in your external life, but as a spiritual practitioner. Even if you're dabbling in it and you're not maybe calling yourself this, it's actually giving you the ability to it's like encouragement from the universe, like this celestial alignment of planets. It's such a yes, like your spirit team are cheering you on. So they're showing you these planetary alignments. If you're able to see it in the night sky tonight, please go do check them out. Obviously, you'll probably need a telescope, but I'm sure there's tons of people out there put beautiful photographs of these alignments on there as well. And I'm such a space geek. I absolutely love these. And that's the only reason I actually talk about planets, because I'm so interested in the planets orientation. So let's move on to Uranus. Uranus is about innovation, change, liberation. I love the thing about in astrology, it talks about breakthroughs, new ideas, transformative change. Like this is such and I'll go through all the planets again, but this is such a beautiful planet to inspire that spiritual awakening, right? So when we talk about it, we've got communicating our dreams, acting with courage, expanding our spiritual growth, being disciplined about it, and then having the ability to break free from old patterns, limitations, embracing new perspectives, revolutionary ideas, and you are transforming divine counterparts. You are transforming. And when you transform individually, you're transforming the collective. And then lastly, we've got Neptune. So the final planet is about intuition, dreams, spirituality. Again, spirituality has a deep significance in this planetary alignment. It asks you to deepen your sensitivity right now, your intuition, your ability to connect with higher realms and divine energies. And this is why I was saying that this message is so, so important, because not everybody's going to see it. And there's a reason why. There is absolutely a reason why only you are hearing this message today. So not only are you feeling a stronger connection to the divine yourself, you're in this exploration of your dreams, your intuitions. And this is basically saying that not only are you enhancing your communication with Mercury, because it's coupled with Neptune, you're deepening your intuition with a collective ability to understand and express your spiritual insights and truth. You're being unapologetically yourself. You are combining that courage and spiritual growth, because Mars and Jupiter together really do inspire this bold, courageous action. You're encouraged by growth, you're pursuing your highest wisdom, you're able to understand a lot more. And then we've got like the planetary alignment between Saturn and Uranus, having that discipline structure, having the innovation to support your ideas, having this ability to transform your practices, breaking out of those old paradigms that I mentioned, having the capability to expand your awareness and harmony. That's the overall alignment. You're expanding your spiritual awareness, you're coming into spiritual harmony, you're aligning your purpose, and you're encouraging this unity of peace, growth, and alignment. And this is why we've got these planets coming together. You're supported as an individual, but also as a collective. Everything you're doing right now is not just for twin flame union, even though you are already in union. Let's be clear about that. Separation is an illusion. You are in union of one another. That's why you recognize each other as home, as peace, because you're actually seeing this alignment in the physical presence. You are promoting the sense of global interconnectedness, shared purpose. I was listening to how photons and neutrons, and when they are split apart, they mirror each other. They actually keep the patterns of one another. So if one proton is changed, it'll change the broken proton. So it's basically just going back to a basic terminology of it, is you're actually a twin flame as one soul. when you're kind of split apart into two bodies, whatever happens to you happens to the other person. That's what protons do. That's what, you know, everything on a deeply elementary frequent vibration, that's what happens. And this is basically saying that you're changing the way you connect with others. And because you're healing yourself, you're healing your twin flame indirectly, but you're also healing the world, because this vibration is just, it's like a pebble in the pond. It just ripples out and it affects people in different ways. So personally, collectively, you're supporting one another, breaking old patterns. You're establishing these new harmonious ways of living and interacting, and you're actually trusting your own inner guidance and connecting more deeply with these spiritual realms. So you may encounter some karmic, some spirituality, some spiritual gifts, expansion. And remember, karma is good too. We always end up feeling a little bit apprehensive when we think of that word, but let's use today's energy, June the 3rd, as witnessing this celestial parade where we can embrace our powerful energies. We can tap into our spiritual opportunities. We can meditate and really tune into everything that we truly need at this time. And when we are doing that, we're actually embracing our true nature, our true selves, and going to some of the symptoms that we maybe have experienced thus far. It's like I did a poll on my community page. So if you have a chance, please check that one out, because that is something of high significance right now, where a lot of people are experiencing major purges. Like it may have happened maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You may be coming out of it, or you may still be in it. It's like being tired for no reason, or being like absolutely fatigued physically. And then it's saying like you may be having like headaches, high sexual urges. You might have early ovulation. You may be thirsty a lot. You may be very tired, as I said earlier. You might have an increase of appetite last week, but also you may also increase a lack of appetite towards the end of the week, especially if you're experiencing things like headaches, stomach aches, any leg pain, hip pain, lower back pain, and neck pain. I'm getting a lot, especially on the right hand side. So if you've got itchy eyes, you've got flu-like symptoms, sneezing a lot, those are the things that are basically being purged from your body. And this is really allowing you to come into this sense of heart opening. It's actually saying that your spiritual ascension is becoming so prominent these days, especially at this time. This is why we have the Fool card and the Justice card, because this is your period to expand your consciousness, and your body is adjusting to that. So the way you've dealt with things in 2017, 19, 20, 22, and 23 is completely different to how you would deal with the symptoms now. And this is not in a chronological timeline. Like, just because you've been on the twin flame journey longer doesn't mean that you get union earlier or before people who have had met their twin flames last year, for instance. Like, timelines are irrelevant, because we are all on our own journey, aligning with our own soul purpose and our contract with our own twin flame. So we can't, and this is why I'm very careful about sharing my journey, because I don't want to influence you guys having ideas planted in your head about stages and timelines, because that's irrelevant in my opinion. When somebody says you're going to go through this, then you're going to go through that, you're going to go through this, people do it in different ways. You don't necessarily go through a twin flame journey stage by stage. You sometimes go through 3 stages all in one, and then you go through one stage, or you go back to the second stage. Like, it's not in a specific order. It sometimes congeals and combines into one, and then you go forward and back and crisscross. Like, in our heads, it makes sense to look at it from left to right. But remember, in Chinese, they write from right to left. They read from right to left. So don't get stuck in patterns and ways of going, oh, so and so tarot or oracle says this is the timeline that I should be on, or this is, if I'm at this point and I'm receiving these symptoms, it means I'm going to be in union tomorrow. And I suggest kind of like tune out some of those timeline suggestions and tune into your own intuition. Like I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, like communication is coming with your twin flame. Union is coming with your twin flame. Now, if at any point you have this inner physical symptom that you think that's not going to happen anytime soon, well, that is something that you need to look at within yourself. You need to heal and actually pay attention to what's coming up for you at that time. But if, when I've said that you are going to receive communication and you are going to be in union this year, and it kind of fills you with that, I know, oh my gosh, yes, yes, I completely feel it without no evidence whatsoever. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock right now. And this is spirit just confirming by another message, just to say, listen, this is exactly on point. You are in alignment with your own personal journey, with your own journey towards your own spiritual ascension, between you and your twin flame contract. And I saw a really funny video online that I'm going to share on YouTube actually. And it basically says that you and your twin flame have both made a contractual agreement to be in union in this lifetime. So it's not just you manifesting union, your divine masculine or your divine feminine, whoever you're listening for at this time, has also manifested this union. They also love you deeply. So if you can get to a stage where you know you are deeply, unconditionally loved by them, of course you're going to be in union in this lifetime. That's the type of unwavering certainty that I would like for all of my listeners to get into. And yeah, you're going to come through obstacles and triggers and traumas and more healing. But when you come back to this message and you're able to just sit here and listen and go, yes, I completely get it. I'm seeing all the challenges have been tough, but the way you approach this now is completely shifted. Like, say, for example, I was going through a really, 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 really intense purge yesterday evening and afternoon. And I literally just sat with myself and I was like, thank you, body, for enabling me to get through this. I know I'm going to get through this. I know I've got the capacity to get through this because I've done this before and I've been here. And I know this is happening absolutely for the greater good. Because this is happening, I know I'm getting more. I know I'm stepping into a higher vibration. And this higher vibration is literally just aligning with where I need to be at this time. So if you're listening to this message and you've come thus far in the reading, please do hit the like button. Yes, I do talk about other people seeing this message in divine timing, but also I know that these messages are free. I do this in my spare time. So I would love your support just by hitting the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love for you to be a part of this community. You can also join the membership channel where I do exclusive videos and I do early release videos for the members. And so just take these signs. If you see daisies, if you see rocks piled up into a tall tower, if you see brownie ready butterflies or deers, that is your sign that this message is for you. And if you're currently seeing those things as you're listening, well, this is definitely a confirmation. So if you did resonate, please let me know in the comments box below. And I'm sending you so much love. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I cannot tell you how much appreciative, how much appreciation I have that I get to do this. I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.